Hello, hello, hello. Got a couple minutes. A little early. You're starting 2 minutes at 11 a.m. Eastern. Kind of go from there. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, you know what? Put this mic on. Be clear just in case. How's it going?
Oh, hello.
Can
Am I the
can
first
you
one
hear
here?
me?
I can hear you, yes.
Huh?
I said, am I the
You
first
can
one?
hear me?
I can.
You are the first one here.
Hopefully, I win a prize for being the first one in.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken. Where are you tuning in from?
um, where am I? South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. I've been
Mhm.
to Charleston before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to live there, but I'm closer to Charlotte, so like on the border, Fort Mill area.
Okay, nice. Do you hear any echo or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
I just want to make sure because when I put this mic on, sometimes it echoes.
Okay, no, it's good on my
Okay,
end.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Hello, Miss Simmons. Where are you tuning in from?
I'm tuning in from can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm tuning in presently from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Okay, we got two people. First two people from South Carolina. Both of y'all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
area. Nice.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll get going. I won't hold you all too long on this Saturday morning. Just some quick nuggets about how to build generational wealth while holiday shopping, right? Something that I think is very important, very powerful, comes around every year, and I think it can help a lot of people in the community. So, um, how did you all come across this workshop? Are you in the Discord, or how did you see some marketing, or?
I saw marketing. I'm always kind of researching about trading and stuff. So this past week I think yours popped up and I guess I started following behind it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome. And Gazi, you are in the program? Are you in the Discord?
I am. Look, I've been with you since maybe 2021, 2022. I've been
Yeah, that's
around.
what I thought. Your name, that name looked familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been around. I'm just like, I'll just
Okay.
keep popping in. You never know what you learn, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Always. It's listen, anything that's not growing is dead,
yeah,
right? So we
yeah.
always want to be learning We always want to be open and willing to learn because knowledge is extremely important, but applied knowledge is the true power, right?
Yeah.
Not only just hearing it, not only just learning it, but being able to execute, right? So get wisdom, get knowledge, but in all thy things get an understanding. And you are able to learning and get the wisdom through experience, experience in reading books, videos, etc. But you start to really get the wisdom when you start to apply it. And then once you start to apply it, you start to get the understanding like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And I can apply this for this particular thing. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I took a break for a while, so I was like, let me come back and see if there's then, if if things have changed, especially like, the name changed as well. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if things have
Uh-huh.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah, different programs. So like 2020, we had the wealth transfer. 2020, 2021, 2022, I launched Money School, which was
Yeah.
a different program.
Mhm.
And then this year launched Trade Like the Pros.
Yeah.
So different programs, we got various programs online. We got 20,000 students worldwide in our various programs, and different programs teach different things, right? So
Oh, okay.
we teach stocks, bonds, options, futures, Forex, and crypto, but across different various platforms. So for today I'm going to be talking more generally about stocks for building generational wealth during the holiday season. And I'm going to, walk through a couple of slides here, but it's also just kind of a heart-to-heart conversation because people spend a lot of money during these seasons every year. And learning this can give you an opportunity to put your money to work for you better. And then, I'll tell you a little bit more about Trade Like the Pros. And if it's something you're interested in, if you feel like you learned today and you want to learn more from me, then, I'll give you an opportunity. But we're going to get ready to hop right in. I don't want to hold you all too long. And I do have a hard stop around 12. So let's get ready to hop right into it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Going to share my screen. All right. Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen. And we will go from there. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to join from my other computer as well. And then go from there. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Dion Pouncil, and I will be your wealth and trading and investing coach for today. This workshop is called How to Build Wealth While Holiday Shopping. Okay. So for those of you all who don't know me, I am a licensed professional trader and investor. I run a hedge fund called Pouncil Capital, which is a quantitative hedge fund. And what that simply means is that we use computer programs, computer robots, to trade and invest for us. So yes, not only do I have a course, but I actually do this in real life. I actually manage money for high net worth individuals, and businesses and companies and things like that. Okay. You may have seen me on your local or national television. I have talked about money all over the world. I have had live workshops and retreats all over the world, from, Miami to DC to Costa Rica to Dubai. And the next one is coming up in Bangkok. So I really live what I do. I take it a day at a time and try to really show people that look like me primarily that you can do this. I'm originally from the south side of Chicago, from a single parent home. I've defied, many odds to achieve the things that I've had. I started my first company when I was 25. I made my first million when I was 28. I was broke again by 29. And that was because I didn't learn. I didn't learn about money. I didn't know about money growing up, but I did know how to make it. But I didn't know how to protect it. I didn't know how to grow it. I didn't know how to really put money to work for me until I had the opportunity to work at a hedge firm. And that's where I learned how the rich and wealthy use their money to make money for them. The rich and wealthy don't trade their time for money. What we do is we put our money to work for us so that the money can make more money. And that's one of the main things that we're going to talk about today, is how to shift the mindset from being a consumer to being a owner, and having that mindset of, when I am in a position to put my money to work for me, then I can stop trading my time for money. One of my favorite quotes is from one of the best investors of all time. His name is Warren Buffett. He said, if you don't learn how to make money while you are asleep, then you will work until you die. And I don't want that for you. So I'm going to give you some game today. Then I'll tell you about Trade Like the Pros, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right. So let's hop into it. All right. But first, this is our disclaimer, so you all could take a couple of seconds to read this. Now, this video is being recorded, and once it's done loading, we will drop it into the Discord. So we have a free Discord. Any and everybody can join and see, insights about Trade Like the Pros, and see that it's real, see all the people making money, and talk to the community, etc. Okay. But this disclaimer tells you that I'm not trying to sell you any securities. Trading, investing is personal, and that this is for educational and informational purposes only. All right. And so that's what these disclaimers are talking to you about. All right. Okay, so holiday season 2024. Okay, so this holiday season, just as many others, often means high spending and consumerism. But it can also be a strategic opportunity to build wealth. This presentation will show you how to balance gift giving with smart investing, allowing you to build generational wealth through thoughtful purchases and investments that benefit you and your loved ones for years to come. So first, again, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about mindset shift. We're going to talk about ownership versus consumerism. Okay. So when we start talking about these things, there's one thing to talk about it. There's one thing to theorize about it. But I wanted you to be able to come to this workshop and literally be able to have some step-by-step practical application that you could take with you this holiday season and beyond, and to execute. Okay. So when we start talking about ownership versus consumerism, and we start talking about mindset, let's say you have youth in your family or anybody that comes to you and they tell you what they want for this holiday season, right? And because you love them and you want to do the best for them and you want to see them happy, you're going to start moving things around and seeing how the money needs to be managed so that you can go out and you can acquire these toys, gifts, etc. However, what they are their liabilities, okay? And what liabilities are anything that takes money away from you out of your pocket is a liability. And an asset is anything that puts money in your pocket, right? So for an example, a home could be considered an asset because once you purchase it, it potentially grows in value and brings you more money. A stock can be considered an asset because when you buy it, it has the probability to go up in value. So that's an asset. So be shifting our mindset from consumerism, just buying, spending, to ownership allows us to look at buying assets more and more and more. And over time, those assets growing in value, and we learn how to use our assets to buy liabilities. We shift from being buyers, spenders, and consumers to being investors and owners, right? So one of the ways we want to talk about that is, let's say this youth in your life says, hey, you know what? And I'm going to use this a general example because a lot of people can relate to it. But let's say the youth in your life son, daughter, niece, nephew comes to you and say, hey, you know what? Auntie, grandma, daddy, brother, uncle, etc. I want a PlayStation for this Christmas. Okay. And so now we have the opportunity to have an engaging conversation, a lesson for the student or the lesson for the youth in your life, and an opportunity to build a unique bond for giving them this life-changing game. Okay. So you could say, hey, little Johnny, Timmy, Susie, April, Brittany, Tiffany, Jamal, whatever. Instead of buying a Sony PlayStation this year, we're going to use that. Let's say the PlayStation costs $1,000. We're going to take that $1,000 and instead of buying and consuming this PlayStation, we're going to take that $1,000 and we're going to buy Sony stock. And when your Sony stock grows in profits and we have enough profit off of the shares that we buy, we're going to use the profits from Sony stock to buy the Sony PlayStation. So now, instead of buying and consuming the Sony PlayStation, we become fractional part owners of Sony. We become owners instead of consumers. We're buying assets instead of liabilities. And now we're using the profits from that asset to buy our liabilities. We're using the profit from that Sony stock in this example to buy the Sony PlayStation. And now not only do we remain and retain ownership in our stock because we're only using the profits to buy the Sony stock, now we have the best of both worlds. We've shifted our mindset and our thought process and our actions from consumerism and buying liabilities to buying stock and becoming owners. And then we're buying assets and we're using those assets to pay for our liabilities. If that makes sense, give me a Y in your chat box. If that makes sense, give me a Y in your chat box. If this is the first time you've ever heard about that or thought about that in this way, give me a 1 in your chat box, okay? All right. So now, as I talked about it, we're going to start getting into practical application. So when we start saying that, you know what, I want to buy stock this Christmas as gift for my people. And I'm not saying this has to be the only thing you buy, but it has to be an understanding because now not only are you shifting the mindset, you are now breaking generational curses. You're now giving the opportunity to create generational wealth. You're also exposing them and teaching them the game of ownership and assets over what other people are doing, right? And what other people are seeing and being exposed to. So now you're giving them life-changing information and you're also building a unique bond with them by going through this experience together. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to identify companies behind the gifts you are buying. So if you're buying somebody a Louis Vuitton bag, you know, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy has stock. If you're buying somebody Apple products, Apple has stock. If you're buying somebody Amazon Alexa, Amazon has stock. So now you start to look at these companies different. You start looking to your money different, and you start saying, okay, wow, all of these businesses, or not all of them, a majority of these businesses, especially if they're blue chip businesses or they're high quality, high brand names, it's a high probability that they may have a publicly traded stock. So that now you can invest into those stocks and be a part of the growth of that company, share that experience with the youth in your life, and work towards building generational wealth all at the same time. Very, very powerful stuff. Okay, so step 1, list out gift ideas. So identify the brands or the companies behind the products on your holiday shopping list. So Apple for electronics, or Nike for sportswear, or Disney for toys, etc., etc., etc. Okay, step 2, I want you to do your research, because not every company is worth buying their stock. If they want a regular toy from the dollar store, that toy may not be from a big company or a publicly traded company. So I don't want you just to be buying random stock. You have to do your research. This particular workshop is not about me teaching you how to do research on a stock. If you want to learn more about how to do the things, then you can join Trade Like the Pros. But I'm giving you practical steps that you can follow and or do your research if you don't end up joining the program that you can actually execute, whether you join the program or not. You're going to be able to walk through these steps and actually cook. Okay. So step 2 is doing your research. Research each company's stock. Evaluate the stock performance and financial health of each company. Tools like Yahoo Finance and Seeking Alpha can provide insights into a company's growth potential, historical performance, and dividend yield. Okay, so you can find out about the company and see if they're a quality company and see what their past performance is and identify, if you believe that they have a high probability of success of growing over time. Right? Very, very important. You want to be able to have data and information prove that this is a valuable company. Okay. All right. Now, step 3, you're going to choose the stocks with growth and dividend potential. So you're going to select companies with a history of growth and stability, especially if they offer dividends. Dividend paying stocks can provide both long-term appreciation and regular cash flow. So when you buy a stock, you can get paid a couple of ways. You can get paid by buying a stock, becoming a fractional owner in that stock, and the value of that stock goes up. So the value of your ownership goes up. So if you bought something for $100 and it goes up to $110 worth of value, you just made a $10 profit on that stock. Okay. Another way you can get paid off a stock is what's called dividends. So dividends are payouts in which the company is saying, we made so much profit this quarter or this month or this week or today that we're going to share some of those profits with every fractional owner of the company. So if you're holding that stock by what's called the dividend X date, then you're going to be able to get a payout of that dividend and you're going to still retain the ownership of your stock. So that value can grow over time through your dividends. And now, because you got profits from your stock value growing over time and you got some potentially profits from your dividends, over time that can grow and you can use that to buy more shares, which is like reinvesting, or you can use those profits to buy some of the liabilities like the Sony PlayStation, buy you a new car, et cetera, right? And so this is a very, very powerful tool also for you to create generational wealth. Real life example, for my investment portfolio, I have 2 daughters. Everything that I put in my investment portfolio, because investing is different from trading, okay? So everything I put in my investment portfolio, I'm literally just putting it in there to eventually hand it over to my daughters, and that's literally building generational wealth. That's one of the simplest ways that you can build generational wealth is have a trust and have a will and have it written out that who's going to be the beneficiary and receive your stocks, cash, real estate, etc. Right? And it's super powerful and it's super important for our community to know this and do this. Like when my grandfather died, he was the patriarch of my family. He didn't have anything, right? And we had to literally scrape together the $5,000 to bury them. Like it literally costs money to die, right? And so this is why life insurance is super important. This is why having a trust and a will is super important. And being able to have these things and have your assets in them and protect it. And you can literally pass down your stock portfolio and generational wealth is built. Boom. Okay. So you got a real life, practical life hack here. Okay. So now as we're talking about, let's get into generational wealth building. Okay. So we are able to teach generational wealth to loved ones through this exercise that I'm going through with you today. And I'm definitely going to open it up for questions here at the end so that you can ask questions. And like I said, this is more just a heart-to-heart about money and how to build generational wealth through this season where everybody is spending a lot of money. Okay, so one thing is you can be able to teach this and go through this experience with the youth or the people in your life, and just teaching this and exposing this and giving them the mindset of these opportunities is literally life-changing. You are literally altering and shifting the path of their life because they're exposed to this information. And some of you might have been today years old when you heard about it. So imagine being able to share this with them when they're 10, 15, 20, 25 years old and see where they have the potential to be in their life when they're at your age, right? So one way you can do this practically is you can gift actual stock. So for family members, especially younger ones, consider buying them a small amount of stock with their gift. So if you want to still go ahead and get them the gift, you can give them a small gift, or you can price match it. You can say, you know what, I bought you this Sony PlayStation for $1,000, and I bought you $1,000 worth of Sony stock, and we're going to see which one actually gains value over time. Because in 6 months to a year, Sony might come out with another PlayStation, and they're going to want the next one. But that stock could potentially keep growing and adding value and resource and buying power to them and for their eventual family, right? Platforms like Stockpile allow you to gift fractional shares, making it a perfect introduction to investing. And this is how you can start the conversation within your family, even if you still got them the gift. You can actually gift shares to people and give them the opportunity. And now that's also a good icebreaker for the conversation. It's good conversation around the dinner table. You all are having, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and whatever holiday you celebrate, you all are having dinner or lunch or whatever you do as a family during those holiday seasons. You can bring up the conversation, and just talking about this can shift minds and shift lives. Okay. So this is you enabling putting your money to work, because now when you invest into this stock and you buy this stock, you become an owner of the stock. If the stock performs and it grows, you are putting your money to work for you, and now the money is making more money for you. And over time, as you build your investment portfolio, as you build your dividend portfolio, now you have the potential to start living off of your money, and you have the ability to stop trading your time for money. Okay. This also allows you to be able to show the power of compounding, known as compounding interest, which a lot of people call the eighth wonder of the world. You can demonstrate how the dividends can grow by reinvesting them, using simple charts or calculators to show the long-term impact of compounding. You can use the dividends to buy more shares or the original products that they wanted as gifts. And literally, dividends are the proof of your money making money for you, and you being able to use those profits to do other things that you want to do. Okay. So that is the lesson. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take you all to tradelikethepros.com before I open it up to questions. Okay. We have our Black Friday sale going on. Okay. And it literally started on November 1st and is going through Black Friday and Cyber Monday, where everything that we offer is 50% off. So this video explains it when you go on the website. We have a trade journal where you can track everything in your money portfolio. You can track your money in your accounts. You can track your money in your stock and your investing accounts. You can track your trades. You can track setting goals. You can track your daily habits. The trade journal is normally $60, one-time payment of $60. With the Black Friday promo code, you just go in and you type in Black Friday on the checkout page. It's a $30. It's literally life-changing. Okay, I cannot express how powerful this trade journal is. Okay, let me see if I can bring it up. Okay, this trade journal is so powerful because it allows you to look at the data. It allows you to have an understanding of where your money is, right? Even if you don't trade or invest, it's a powerful tool because you're now able to see all of these things in front of you. So, you have a habit tracker here. You have being able to track your daily routine. You can track all of your accounts, all of your bills, all of your debts, all of your subscriptions. Okay. And you're able to track your progress in real time. If you do trade, you're able to, okay, I'm not logged into my account, but just going back here, you're able to track your trades, you're able to track your investments, you're able to track your goals, and you're able to track your resources, like setting a vision board and all this stuff. Okay. And that's the journal. It's a one-time fee. You pay $30 for it. You got it forever. Okay. Yes, I can't drop it here. It's called Trade Like TLTPSpecialWorkshop.com. Okay. The next thing we have is Trade Club. So I trade live for our communities often. And now this is the first live trading community that I'm putting together. And it actually starts Monday. So it's originally $200 a month. It's $100 a month with the 50% off. I'm going to live stream twice a week. Okay. You're going to get live news alerts and financial alerts about what's going on in the markets. All right. And then you'll be able to connect with me directly twice a week and learn and trade. Okay. Because there is like a beginner's program that comes with that. And that is Trade Club. Then we have our signature program, which is called Trade Like the Pros. It's normally $5,000. It's 50% off. So it's a one-time payment of $2,500 or it's 3 payments of $1,000. In this program, I'm going to teach you step by step how to trade, how to day trade, and how to do this and grow your wealth without risking any of your own money. One of the main things that people struggle with when they want to learn how to trade is that they don't necessarily want to risk their own money. And so in this program, I teach you how to trade in general, and I teach you how to trade with your money and or other people's money so you never have to risk any of your money. And the Trade Like the Pros program started on May 1st. We have $16 million of funded traders. We have 4-figure traders, 5-figure traders, 6-figure traders, and 7-figure traders in the program. You've never had to trade in your life. We have everybody in this program has started from the beginning. Nobody in this program ever traded before. This program started May 1st. We have 121 people in Trade Like the Pros, over $16 million of funded traders, and hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash payouts. Okay. And you'll learn directly from me. So you can do the one-time payment or you can do the payment plans, 50% off. Then we have our algo bundle where we have our computer robots and computer algorithms that trade for you. You do get a couple of algorithms in this program. You get 3 algorithms with the purchase. And then this is a separate purchase if you want the monthly subscription for the algo. Okay. And then lastly is our Inner Circle Mastermind. You do have to go through Trade Like the Pros to join the Inner Circle. So if you are in Trade Like the Pros, here's a good opportunity to get Inner Circle for 50% off. If you're not in Trade Like the Pros, you cannot get Inner Circle. You have to go through Trade Like the Pros first because it's built in building blocks. Okay. That's Trade Like the Pros. If you liked the value that I gave you in teaching you this free lesson of how to build, generational wealth while Christmas shopping, just imagine what I can do and teach you in the program. So now I'm just going to open it up for questions and we're going to have a conversation about money. I'll be here, for the next 30 minutes until 12 o'clock. And you can ask me you can ask me questions about, the lesson of today, how to build wealth while Christmas shopping or holiday shopping. You can ask me questions about Trade Like the Pros or any of our bundles, or you can ask me questions about, money in the market and anything that may be interesting you right now. But that is the lesson. I told you I wasn't going to hold you all for a long term today. I'm very straightforward. I'm very direct. I want people to be able to learn, have practical things that they can actually execute and then go from there. Okay. I know Matthew had a question earlier. I think he had his hand up. He asked, can I drop the website? I put that in there. Anybody else have any other questions? Feel free to hop up on the mic or type them in the chat. No question is too big, too small, too smart, too dumb. We're all here to be able to learn, earn, and return. So feel free to ask a question about anything that I covered or anything around money, trading, and investing, and I can be here to answer the questions for you. Okay, Matthew said he doesn't have a question. Any other questions? Ronnie, go ahead, Ronnie.
Yes, I was.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I came on because you said that this was the program where you wouldn't have to use any of your money to trade, and I was trying to learn about that program.
Yeah. So it's called Trade Like the Pros. Okay. Literally the entire program can be finished within 3 hours. So it's not some long drawn out thing. I'm not sure when you came in here, but You're also learning from a licensed Series 3 professional. So not only do I teach it, but I actually do this in real life. So I'm a professional trader and investor and money manager. And I created this program myself. I have over 20,000 students worldwide in my various programs. But in this particular program that I started on May 1st, I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to be able to teach people not only to trade and invest, but I wanted to be able to teach you exactly how they do on Wall Street, right? Because Wall Street, like, I'm an investment manager. Like, yes, I can trade my own money, but I trade other people's money to grow my wealth. And that's exactly what I teach you how to do in this program. It's a day trading course. It's a trading course. We teach futures is the asset class that we trade. So you can trade stocks, bonds, options, futures, forex, and crypto. Those are the top asset classes. In this particular program, I teach you how to day trade futures. I teach you about the futures market. I teach you math, data-driven strategies, not no chart patterns or any of that BS. I teach you things that you can prove yourself, and then you can execute yourself. And then I teach you how to use the computer to do 90 to 100% of the work for you, whether you want it semi-automatic or fully automatic. Then once a week, I do a live coaching call privately for the Trade Like the Pros community where we live trade, and I'm also there to answer any questions. And then lastly, you have the Discord community. We have a private Discord community for everybody that's in the program. So imagine being able to be around a community of like-minded people where everybody's trading, talking about money, encouraging you, supporting you, showing their wins, helping you to get where you want to go. And then I also throw a cherry on top where you actually have a personal one-on-one session with me after you finish the course so that I can help empower you to reach the goals that you may have for yourself. And that's called Trade Like the Pros. And that program is currently 50% off with our Black Friday sale. So does that answer your question, or did you have any other questions about Trade Like the Pros? Ronnie, did that help you? Did that answer your question? Okay. I'm guessing it did because I don't hear from him. Okay. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? And again, I'm here for you to answer any questions. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, right?
Excuse
Go ahead.
Dion, what is the price of the program?
Yes. So the program is normally $5K, but it
Mhm.
isn't. We're on a Black Friday sale, so it's one payment of $2,500. So it's 50% off. So it's one payment of $2,500 today, and you get the full program. It's a one-time payment. You get lifetime access of that platform, or you can split it up and you can do a 3-month payment plan where you pay $1,000 today, $1,000 next month, and $1,000 in January. But even if you choose the payment plan, you get full access to the program and the algorithms. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
it
you
does.
can click the link right there in the chat. You go to tradelikethepros.com. You choose which payment option you want to do, and you can sign up right now today. You can start the course today, and you can start working on getting funded. The futures market opens up on Sundays. Okay. You got
Yeah.
another question, Ronnie?
No, that's it. Did I raise my hand again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's all good. Mhm. Good question. Yeah. So, like I said, we launched the program in May. We got 121 students in there since May. Over $16 million of funded traders. And out of the 121 students, I believe about 110 of them have been funded at least once. And you can be funded for between $25,000 and $300,000 of other people's money that you can trade on and not put any of your money at risk, and you split the profits with them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So you know, you could take advantage and join the family and get after it. And use that to build you some money to make those Christmas shopping gifts of stocks and, you know, things you want to get for your loved ones. Okay. Good question though. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? The website is pinned, or it's in the chat. Okay. TradeLikeThePros.com. And does anybody have any questions about the lesson from today's workshop? No? Okay. If you don't have any questions, I definitely won't hold you all too much longer. Like I said, I wanted to get in here. I wanted to give you some real game. I wanted to give you some real value. I wanted to give you some practical things that you could actually do your own research on and start executing today, because I know people are, you know, Christmas shopping and holiday shopping and whatever you celebrate shopping already. And we have our Black Friday sale live. So you can do this, join us and get some help. And or you could just take this lesson as some free game and literally start applying it. Okay. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? No? All right, everybody. Well, if there's no extra questions, then love, light, peace, wealth, great health, and abundance to each of you guys. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you. You guys can join the Discord absolutely free. Get in there with the community and rock with us. Okay? Peace.